why you need a social media sales funnel and how to avoid some of the common mistakes. Hi, I'm Cassie Hicks from Modern Marketing Spark and the Modern Marketing Club. This is the weekly Tuesday Facebook Live social media tips and updates. And I want to talk to you today about social media sales funnels. Now, this is something that we're very focused on in the Social Media Accelerator, my group coaching program. And I'm also working with a number of ad campaign clients where we're helping to build the funnels as well as the ad campaign. So first of all, is everyone clear on what I mean when I say a social media sales funnel? Hi, if you're watching, just let me know who's here in the comments, and I'd love your questions as well. Remember, we need to be having meaningful conversations to make Mark Zuckerberg happy. Oh, hi Lisa, great to have you here. So why do you, so just to take a step back, hi Tim, hello. Tim is building an amazing social media sales funnel as we speak, which I'm sure you'll all be seeing soon. So well done, Tim, woohoo. So is everyone clear on what a social media sales funnel is? I know I've combined two things there really, but first of all, a funnel is just a process that you're going to take people through to warm them up from knowing nothing about you to becoming customers. So it's just a process or a system or a journey. And the analogy that I always like to use, to me, it's like building a machine. So imagine that imagine you want to go from here to Scotland, and you need a machine, you need a car, don't you, to get you from here to Scotland. But what are you going to do? Are you just, you've got to build the car first, haven't you? So the reason I call it a social media sales funnel is because this is a funnel that's going to automatically filter leads into your business and bring in more sales, but you're using social media to drive the funnel. So I keep using this term social media sales funnel and thinking not everybody knows what I'm talking about. So guys, what's your understanding of a social media sales funnel? Is that a good description, or do you look at things a bit differently? And do say hi, it's great to have you here live on the call. And the idea of a funnel is that you probably know, if you're even looking at traditional marketing, customers need at least 7 touch points with you. They need to hear from you or see you at least 7 times before they're going to buy from you or want to work with you. Oh, thumbs up. Thank you, Lisa. And a funnel is just a way of automating some of those touch points. So I'm not saying that you should completely automate all of what you're doing and never talk to people or engage with customers. But the more you can have a process in place to do that, the better. In fact, we were just having a conversation this morning in our Social Media Accelerator, our private Facebook group, about scheduling tools, because when you've got new leads coming into your business, if you're a coach or a consultant, quite often you want to get people on the phone and have a strategy session. And one of the best ways to waste time is to go backwards and forwards on email and say, can you do Tuesday? Oh, I can't do Tuesday, I can do Wednesday. I can do Wednesday, but I can't do 4, I can only do 2. And you go backwards and forwards, and before you know it, you've got about 10 emails going. And then someone has to change it because something happens. With an online scheduling tool, someone books into your calendar, they see which slots are free, they say, right, 3 o'clock on Wednesday, that works for me. They book in, and that automatically goes into your calendar. Boom, it's done. And what I love about that too is you get a notification. So I get up in the morning, I check my email, and I can see I've got new leads come in, people I've got to call, people who've booked in calls with me. And if anyone needs to reschedule, you just click on one button and you can reschedule the meeting. So that's just one part of the funnel. The front part of the funnel, so let's imagine we're going to build this machine. What are the different parts of this funnel? Because I know some people think funnels are really complicated and you need to have all these different moving parts, and you can make it complicated. Some people do make it really complicated. But really what you need is 3 things. First of all, you need to be driving traffic, and that's where your social media comes in. So that could be free social media, that's your posts, your videos, your Facebook Lives, or it could be paid, so it could be a paid ad campaign. And you're driving people to some sort of a page, a landing page, where they're going to take some sort of action. So normally you're offering something, a freebie or a session or a video, and you know we've all done it. You go to the page, you put your email in, then you get the freebie, or you get the free MP3 download or the cheat sheet or whatever it might be. You're then on somebody's email list, and then there's different pieces you can offer. A low priced offer, so you can start making money from your funnel straight away. As I say, if you're a coach or consultant, you might want to get people on the phone, so you might be direct, leading people more to, hey, if you like the sound of this, book in for a call with me. And then the back end really of the funnel is, once you've got people on your email system, you're then going to have a sequence where you're nurturing and building relationships with people. If you want to fast track that whole process, I mean, in traditional marketing, this process could take weeks or months. In some industries it still does. But for us as online marketers, coaches, consultants, experts, practitioners, you can really shortcut the process with a sale, marketing sales funnel. And quite exciting, some of the new things like the messenger bots. So what you can do is you can drive that traffic, you can get new leads coming into your business, and then you can talk to people. How novel a concept is that? So you can actually start those conversations. Again, that can be automated, or why not just start that process and then actually have the conversations. If someone's bothered to go through your funnel and sign up for something you're offering and they're interested in what you're doing, maybe that's the time to then have a real conversation with a real person. One other thing you can think about in your funnel, this is something that I've put in place quite recently, and actually it's made a big difference to the quality of leads and the quality of the phone calls that I have now on the strategy calls. You can have a questionnaire in that process as well, so you can filter people. So before they get to your calendar and book in a call with you, you can have a questionnaire, an online questionnaire that they, a Survey Monkey or a Wufoo form, something like that, where they have to answer some questions, and it's only when they've answered the questions that they can then book in for a call with you. And by asking the right questions and by setting that up in the right way, you can actually filter out, there are people that just want free stuff, and or they're not the right fit, they're not your ideal clients, they're not really, if you're a property investor looking for people wanting to invest in property and someone says on the form, I'm broke and I haven't got any money, then they're probably not going to be a good prospect for you. They might be good for a biz op, but they're not, so you can qualify people in that way. Any questions on sales funnels so far? I'm really excited about this because I love the fact you can have a really, really short sales funnel. You can really speed up the lead time. My funnel currently, because I'm probably seeing some of you, I'm running an ad campaign. It's bringing me in 2 to 3 leads a day. So every single day I'm on the phone talking to potential clients, potential ad campaign clients, and I'm doing nothing. I've set it all up and now it's coming in on autopilot. So to use the car analogy again, once you've built your car, you can then drive anywhere you like. You can go to Scotland or Cornwall or Oxford or London or wherever you want to go, but you've got to build the car first. So yeah, I'm not going to pretend that there isn't time and effort, and if there's anyone watching, I know Tim's been working really, really hard getting his funnel set up. It's not a 5-minute job, is it, Tim? There's a lot to do, and there are some moving parts. You might need some tech help to integrate all the different pieces together. Might need to get a VA to help you set some of the pieces up. But once you've got the car, you can go on a journey, can't you? You can drive, you can start getting that online traffic in. So a couple of things I want to talk about with social media sales funnels. Firstly, avoiding common mistakes. Now, I know no one here on this call or in Modern Marketing Spark or Modern Marketing Club would make these mistakes, but just in case you know anyone that maybe is a bit new to all of this, 2 most common mistakes. First one is not having a strategy, and that really goes for anything that you do in any sort of marketing, doesn't it? Not having a strategy. But if you jump straight in and you get lead pages or ClickFunnels, some of the software that helps you build these things, or you start putting plugins on your website and doing all this stuff. Oh, hi, is that Robert? Without a strategy, you can end up, either you're going to be so diluted in your funnel, you're not going to attract the right people and it's not going to work, or you're just going to be all over the place. So that's one of the key things we do in the Social Media Accelerator, is we start by getting really, really clear on our audience and who we want to work with, and then we map out the funnel before we build anything. And actually if you're looking at paid traffic to drive your funnel, because you've got, using the car analogy, you've got to put petrol in, haven't you? Car's not going to go unless you're feeding it with something. So with a car, you've got to put petrol. With a funnel, you need to put traffic in. You need to be driving traffic. If you're using paid traffic, so let's say you're using Facebook ad campaigns to drive your funnel, it's really important that you map out your strategy really, really clearly, and that you do some testing before you start. Oh, hi, Margarita. Before you start building out too much of the funnel or spending too much on ads. So I would actually suggest doing the testing first if you're going to use paid ads before you build out your funnel. So you could have, you can start the mapping out process and the strategy and the thought process. Then you're going to start testing your audience. Then you build your funnel. Just going to have a look at the comments. So Tim's saying, reach a larger number of potential clients and feed them into my process. Yeah, because a funnel looks like this. The reason it's called a funnel is because it's very broad at the top, and as you go through, you're filtering people down. So you might have 300,000 people that you're reaching at the top of your funnel if you're using paid ads, for example, and then you're going to, of those 300,000, let's say 10 or 20% might want your freebie that you're offering. So your funnel now looks like this. Of those people, these many might buy a low priced upsell, or they might book in for a call, and then you've got this. So the funnel looks like this. It gets narrower as you go down, and that's good, because by the time you get to the bottom of the funnel, which is when your people are coming into your online course or working with you one-to-one if you're coaching or buying your programs, you don't want all these people here, because they're not going to be the right people. You want people that are qualified, and that you're going to, the numbers are, you're going to lose people as you go through, but that's good, because it's going to be less people, but they're going to be better quality. And what you're looking for is those high quality clients, as you get towards the bottom of the funnel. So that's number one common mistake. Any more questions then? So Tim's saying, can I do questions on just the free version of Calendly? I'd have to check, Tim. I think you can ask 2 or 3 questions. I think so, because I've got the paid one. I can't remember with the free one now, but I think you can ask questions, so you can do some of that filtering there, and you can ask people for a Skype address and an email. So that's number one common mistake. Guys, how many of you here are using funnels in your business, even at a really simple level? And I always give the example, I've got a client I was working with one-to-one a while ago, and his funnel is to write blog posts and then to share them on his on the LinkedIn Pulse. That for him gets him speaking engagements, gets him clients. So that's a really, really simple short funnel, but it is a funnel because he's driving people. They're getting to see him, they're booking in with him. He's going to speak at events, and then he gets clients. So a funnel can be that simple. It doesn't have to be this long, complicated thing with 50 parts, and you need to spend 400 quid a month on Infusionsoft to run it. Can be really, really simple. And I was trying to work out the other day whether you could set up a funnel completely for free. I think you can if you keep it really basic. So you could use, you could use a landing page plugin on your website for free. You could use MailChimp, which is free. You could use the free version of Calendly if you want to book in. I'm sure most of the scheduling tools have a free version. What you have to be careful of with the free versions of some of these tools is they don't allow for the integration. And the whole point of a funnel is it's going to automate your lead generation. So you don't want to be in a situation where you've got 4 different pieces of your funnel and you're having to manually go in and take the emails here and put them in here. I mean, that really defeats the purpose. But I think that's where they get you with these free tools. If you want to start streamlining everything and integrating, then you've got to pay your $10 a month, whatever it is. So second most common mistake with funnels, and I know one person on this call is going to chuckle to hear this, is consistency. And it's really, really important, because if you just imagine when you're going on a journey, or if you see something that you're interested in on Facebook and then you click on the link, it's really important that it's what my business coach calls keeping the scent, that things follow through and are very congruent and consistent. So whatever the title of your freebie is, it needs to be the same on the ad as it is on the landing page as it is on the other parts of the funnel. So I've done this in the past where I've had a webinar and then I've called it something different and I put something different, and it confuses people, and the minute people get confused, they're lost, they're gone, you've lost them. The other thing is to be really careful with branding, because if you're using, you've got a Facebook ad here, and then maybe they're going to your website, and then maybe you're using lead pages for an upsell or a landing page. It's very easy when you're using these different pieces of software to say, oh, I like that template, I'll use that, or that's got a nice colour blue, I'll use that, or there's a nice ad template in MailChimp, I'll use that. And before you know it, you've got 3 different pieces that all look different. And the best example I've had of that is a client I had actually probably about 2 years ago that we were running ad campaigns for, a property investor, and they had this really nice ads that they were running. We had lovely branded pictures with like red stripes and blue stripes. It was all really nicely done. And then someone completely unrelated was building the landing page and the website. So, the landing page was all nicely branded, and then the website was black and red. It was awful, and it just didn't go with the rest of it at all. So, it was it just totally jarred. And that's a really extreme example, but that's what happens if you have different, if you've got different people working on different pieces, or if you're using some of these free tools or some of the free software and you've got a bit here and a bit here and a bit here, and you think, I'll just connect them all up and that'll be my funnel. So the best thing to do is make sure that your titles are the same, and also that your branding and your creatives are, if not the same, similar, because you just want to think that people, as they go through your funnel, they need to know, yes, I'm in the right place. Yes, this is what I signed up for. Okay, so hi Robert. Robert's saying, I've got a funnel on WordPress, but I forgot login. So tell me about your funnel on WordPress. What pieces do you have? Is that just the landing page, or do you have other pieces in there as well? And I use WordPress, and I have built a whole sales funnel just in WordPress using OptimizePress 2. And OptimizePress 2 actually is, I've got OptimizePress 2 still, my website's on there, but I don't use it for landing pages. But they do have really nice templates for sales pages and landing pages. So yeah, you can build it all on your website, and then you link the pages together, and you can use domains and link shorteners and all of that stuff. So if you're a WordPress person, there's lots of tools that make life easy. Tim says, I've done mine so far for free. Fantastic. But see, I need to upgrade fairly soon when I get the paid ads. Yeah, I think what will happen is when you start trying to integrate it all together is when they'll say, oh, upgrade to the the premium service. So any questions on social media sales funnel? So the goal of your funnel is to make sure you've got all these different touch points with your customers, potential customers. So the way to think of it is that wherever people first find you, so whether they see you on Instagram or Facebook or a webinar or on a blog post, that you've got a way to funnel them through to see your offers, your messages, your content, and take them on that journey that takes them through from I've never heard of you through to, do you know, I might actually like to jump on a phone call with you and see whether we can work together. Hi Gail. What questions do you guys have on funnels? Now, are there other ways to drive your funnel other than social media? Yes, you could use AdWords. So some people use AdWords to drive traffic to their website, and from there